Hey there everybody, I hope you're all well. Just Marko here with another one for you on a beautiful sunny day. I'm in a public park, so excuse the background noise. There's going to be a lot of it. Got a streetcar stop here on the right of me. Got a highway on-ramp, off-ramp behind the park to the left, as well as some screaming teenagers. But yes, of course I've got an airplane going by now. So yeah, everything's sort of just colluding to destroy my episode right from the start. So yes, beautiful sunny day, which means I'll be out shooting some macro photos, if you didn't gather from the title. When I received my 60mm F2.8 Ultra-Macro from Pergear, it was during the colder months, which meant that that wasn't going to be very good for shooting insects, or jack-wagons as I like to call them. I call them it's not a term of endearment, jack-wagons. And that's usually because when they're around, it's mosquitoes sucking my blood, black flies taking pieces out of me during black fly season. Now we just got the midges around, which aren't a big deal. Those little clouds of insects that you see in the air around this time of the year. I tend to breathe a lot of those in, but you know, I'll take those over mosquitoes and black flies any day. Right. One thing I am also seeing a lot of is bees around, which is a good thing. Environmentalists say that at one point those were in decline. And when the bees disappear, apparently humans are next. So it's a good thing we've got our bees back. It seems as though the numbers are up. And one thing we had a problem with actually last year was wasps. Patio owners last summer were having a hard time keeping the patios open because the wasp traps were just like filling up so quickly. I hope this year isn't going to be the same. But so we'll be getting some shots of some bees today, definitely. Probably some ants too, not super exciting. Hopefully some other insects as well. Got a very loud muscle car going by right now. I do like the muscle cars, but it's not my car spotting episode today. You know, it's insects we want today, not muscle cars. Anyway, right, and probably some flowers as well, but I won't be getting those in this park. I'll probably have to go to another park for those. Right, so we'll catch you back at the studio a little later.
I'm reinventing myself. I'm me and nobody else. Ooh, I can't help but smile.
Oh, gross, eh? I bet you weren't expecting that with the nice music and stuff. You thought maybe I'd throw in a flower at the end or something, but then you got the spider on the fly like that. Well, I bet that fly was probably thinking, you know, nah, that spider isn't on the tree today. I'm safe over there. Oh, he got it, that guy did. So as I had mentioned, this video is really intended to be a field test for the Pergear 60mm F2.8 Ultra-Macro. Here it is. When I received this lens, A couple of my criticisms were, one, the fact it's not weather sealed. If you're out with a macro lens, it's usually outside, often outside. It'd be nice to have a weather sealed lens. Not a huge deal. You can always cover your camera with something if you're out in inclement weather. But yeah, it would have been nice to have at least a weather sealing gasket there at the body of the camera. That would have been good at that very minimum. And another thing was the mysterious decision on Pergear's part to make this a declicked aperture. Michael Waddell is somebody I've mentioned on the channel before. He's one of my favorite macro photography YouTubers, and this was a piece of equipment recommended by him for macro photographers who didn't want to spend a lot on a diffuser for their flash. I picked up one of these. These are like $4 or $5 or something like that. I believe you can still get them on Amazon, and that just collapses into a tiny little thing that easily fits into a camera bag. But when you've got this on a lens like this that hasn't got any clicks, and every once in a while this flops over, right, because the lens barrel doesn't quite fit snugly into that hole there. So every once in a while I'm adjusting this, and when I'm doing that, I'm actually moving the aperture ring. And if this were a clicked aperture ring, that wouldn't be happening. I can understand if you're shooting video with this lens. I had mentioned in my other video that, there may be some people shooting video with this lens, but even shooting macro video, are you going to want to change your aperture mid-shot? Probably not. So it really is kind of beyond me why Pergear decided that having a declicked aperture was a good idea on this lens. Focus ring moves very smoothly. It's a little bit moot anyway. When you're shooting macro, you're typically focusing by changing the distance between the camera and the subject by either moving the subject closer to you, holding it in the other hand, or moving your camera closer or further back. Once you've got your distance set, you're typically not messing around at all with the focus ring. But it does move very smooth, as does the aperture ring, unfortunately. So overall, I am really happy with this, because this really is a budget alternative to some of the far more expensive lenses that give you similar or identical performance. It is a very, very sharp lens. And now to achieve critical focus in macro photography, it's a game of patience. Every little movement will affect your focus. The focus plane is so thin at macro distances, and so you're going to want to utilize all the modern focus aids that you have. Your focus peaking, I know some people don't necessarily like focus peaking. It does come in really handy when you're doing macro work. And then also punching in as well. That really helps a lot to nail critical focus, because although you may see your focus peaking active, looks like things are sharp, but sometimes when you punch in, it's not the case. To get critical focus, sometimes it does require punching in. So one of my other criticisms is the fact that this is pretty heavy, and but that kind of comes with the territory when you're talking about a all metal lens. So that's okay. I mean, there are going to be a lot of people who really like the fact that it's got a bit of weight to it, and they may argue that it's easier to keep steady. But with macro, you're often holding the camera with one hand while you're holding the subject with the other on a leaf or something like that, or maybe the subject is a leaf, who knows what. But you're often shooting one-handed, and a lens that's this heavy can be a little much. The reason I went with an APS-C camera is to keep things light, primarily for when I'm traveling, and I won't be traveling with my macro lens anyway, so it's not that big a deal. If I am going to shoot macro, it's usually the only lens I'd have with me. I forgive because it is very well built. It's a tough lens. So as far as my obsession with keeping things compact and lightweight, this certainly qualifies. That folds down to nothing really. You just turn that, and then that goes into its little case. So that really takes up very little room, and of course weighs next to nothing. But another thing is this flash, the TT350 from Godox. This is one of their mini flashes, and it's perfectly suited to APS-C cameras like the A6700. If, like me, you're doing some macro photography, this is certainly the perfect companion to this camera. And I know that this flash is a wildly popular option for this camera, as well as other APS-C cameras. So I knew this was going to be a bit of a short one. Hopefully you guys got something out of this one as usual. If so, consider leaving me a thumbs up. If not, that's okay too. If you've got any ideas for future episodes, please leave those in the comments below. If you want to make sure you don't miss any of these in the future, please consider subscribing. Most of you that show up here, less than a single % of you are subscribed. I would appreciate it if you did that. It certainly motivates me to push forward with the channel. And right, until next time, keep working to make your chosen idea a reality. Peace.